Well, hello there. It is Sunday night, and it's time for Sunday Night Live Cabochons. And I realized tonight that I never set up the text messages for last night. Oh well, that's what happens when you're at a practice. So I'm trying to get Chris set up on my phone. Chris is sharing. I'm saying hello. There we go. So, hello. It is 8:05. We're running a little bit late. I had to reboot my computer, but we're ready to go. These are some of the stones that are in the pre-sale tray. This is the only one that you've seen last night if you were with us. Hey, Worcester Mineral Club is a cat. And yes, Heather, we are home for a very short time. We actually leave again on the 10th, and I'll tell you all about that when we get past the pre-sale tray. That way there's a few more people. Hey, Kat. And so Worcester's in the house. And that is our last show of the season. And what's going to be crazy is, Kat, you're going to be the 7th show in a row for us. We're going to need that break as soon as that show is over. We're so excited that that will be the end of our 2024 Gem and Mineral Show season. I'm sure 2025 will be just as crazy, but it won't start until March. I'll tease you with some of the stones that you didn't see last night because this is new in the tray. This is also new in the tray. As well as this is new in the tray. And those and one more will be in the 3 tray. It's a ringer. It's an Australian prehnite instead of the Molly prehnite. New in the 200 tray. Wait till you see these. Hey, Leah. Hey, Lisa. And I assume, hey, Gary. These are new. Just got them in. And you didn't see them last night if you were on Instagram. Hey, Kathy. This is, hey, Shelly. This is also new. I know, isn't the dragonfly crazy? This is also new in the 200 tray. New in the 200 tray. New in the 200 tray. Turn them that way and the azurite's at the bottom. And hello, multicolored art. This will be coming up in the 200 tray as well. And these are all new from last night. Also new in the 100 tray. Also in the 100 tray. Also new in the 100 tray. Chris is still sharing, so. I know that purple is crazy. Oh, you're sharing a computer. This will be in what we call the pre-sale tray. That's new from last night. Also new from last night, another 3 Cs. Look at that copper at the bottom. These you saw if you were on last night. Crazy gem silicate earrings. And also new from last night. Okay, so first mea culpa. I forgot to do the text message reminder. But if you want text message reminders, when I remember to set them up, you can get them. I'm still waiting for Chris, so I'm stalling.
I'm here. I'm here.
You can text the word join to that number, and we'll send you a text message reminder an hour before the show. I'm going to go ahead and set up the October ones.
I would like a reminder.
When I set up the October lives. That way I remember. All right, Chris is in the house.
Meow. There's Luna Cat.
Hey, Luna Cat. All righty. Number 1. This whole tray is Indonesian material. And this is a brand new moss agate. Let me make that go away. Mad Scroller. The Mad Scroller, if you were looking for the goats. Ah, the goats, Chris, the goats. It took me a minute to figure that out because I was really confused on goats.
I can find that out. I'm going to write that down. Can I have that piece of paper?
All right, number 1. This is a new variety of moss agate. It is a very light, and the matrix or the background is a light yellowy gold color. This is number 1, and it is 12. Hey, Connie. Number 2. There's a dragon in this one. Number 2. And number 2 is 14. That is a Jersey bug on the backside of the stone. The rest of it is fairly smooth. Number 3. Hey, Pat.
Oh, Connie's here. I can sing a lot.
Yay. Number 3.
Maybe not. Still got a cough.
And number 3 is 14. Again, this is a new variety of moss agate. Number 4.
It's Purdy.
It is Purdy.
It's called Purdy Moss.
Purdy moss?
Purdy moss.
I don't think so. Number 4. And number 4 is 12. The next 2, if you were on Instagram last night, these are new. Number 5. That's crazy.
Crazy cakes.
I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the whole thing. Number 5 for 14.
That's my favorite. It's a new one. It's a new one.
And another new one, number 6. It's a little bit darker green on this one, as well as number 3. And this one is 12. Now, these are a silica pseudomorph.
After plume agate.
This is number 7.
For all you geologists in the house.
Did it get pseudomorph right?
It did get pseudomorph right.
Number 7. These are all going to be 20.
Did not get plume right. It made it plug. It was a plug agate.
These are going to be 29, except for the last pair, which is a little higher. Pat takes number 5.
Number 5.
This is number 7 for 29. And these are thick enough you could do whatever. These, if you're talking, Kat, about these gem silica, these are a pseudomorph of a agate where the chrysocolla has agatized. That was part of the plume.
The chrysocolla replaced the plume and agatized.
And this is number 8.
You got all the words right, but not quite in the right order.
Little thinner on these. Still could be whatever you want. 29. Number 9, another $29 pair. Number 10. Wait till you see the last pair. They're my favorite.
And the next pair is my favorite.
Number 10. And these, for earrings, they are on the slightly thicker side, but they are very light. Chris's favorite is this pair.
Because the pseudomorph is so nice.
Pat, we got number 5 for you.
Yippers.
Number 11. And my favorite pair, number 12. So blue. And 34 for this pair. Now, if carnelian, maybe with what?
If carnelian had a baby with moss agate.
That would be number 13. It's crazy. It's mossy. It almost looks cheap, but it's in a carnelian colored cab. This is number 13 for 14. Number 14. For 14. Number 15. Connie wants number 13. Connie, I assume drilled. If that is not correct, let us know. Number 15.
13.
And number 15 is 14.
13.
Number 16. Kat, have a great night, and we will see you in November. Susie Parker beats Pat and VJ on number 15. Susie, welcome. I'll officially introduce ourselves in 2 more stones. Number 16.
Susie's the one who asked how it worked yesterday, but I think she's figured it out.
Number 16. And number 16 is 14.
We try to keep it pretty simple around here.
Number 17. And number 17 is 12. And hey, VJ, by the way, didn't see you pop in.
Pop goes the VJ. She did figure it out.
And number 18. 18's a little bit different. It isn't as bloopy.
I couldn't find one.
But it is stripy. Number 17 for VJ. And number 18 is 14. And hang on, because I dropped our business card. So, Susie, welcome to the live and welcome to the cab group. I am Teresa.
I'm Chris.
And we'll introduce you to Tusky in a little while.
I'm Tusky off screen.
And 14 also for Connie H.
14 for pumpkins. 14
and
for pumpkins.
No, I have no idea what you mean about on the side. Maybe Chris can figure it out.
Landscape. Oh, double? Does she want it doubled?
2 drills?
Or you want it landscape drilled?
Well, go to the first one. Susie, we do drill our stones if you're interested in drilling. It is $1 per hole. The reason I say that is Connie might want 2. Our record is 5 holes in 1 stone.
So if it was like that, it would make a fat pumpkin.
So, Connie, do you want it drilled landscape to make the pumpkin? We think that's what you mean. All right, back to this. We are Seaside Stones. That is our business name. We are based in Maine. We are all the way up the coast by the Canadian border. So we're right across from New Brunswick. If you've read some of Chris's posts, then you know we invoice via Square. Okay, we got it right for Connie.
Landscape.
We ship via USPS. And for the most part, cabs are going to be $6 for shipping unless you spend over $300. And then it goes up to $10 because we automatically insure packages over $300.
But your discount goes to 15%.
And Susie, if you can either PM Chris with your email address or PM Seaside Stones with your email address, we will invoice tonight, and you will either see that invoice tonight or tomorrow. Let's finish out what we call the pre-sale tray. The reason we call it the pre-sale tray is because we never post a teaser of these. We only post a teaser of the 100, 200, 300, and 400 tray. This is nicknamed 3Cs because it is copper, chrysocolla in chalcedony. Copper, chrysocolla in chalcedony. 3Cs. Number 19 is 24. And Chris is really weird, by the way. Not that I'm normal, but number 20 is 24. These are nice because these are more petite than our 3Cs normally have been. Number 21, and so translucent. 24. Number 22. Look at that copper flashing at the bottom.
Flashy McFlashy dance.
Number 22 for 24. These are new from last night. Number 23. And number 23 is 24. And the last one, number 24, a little pricey because it's bigger. So it's bigger. 29.
In a smoky.
Oh, that's crazy cakes. Chrysocolla on the edge, copper on the edge and coming across, and a smoky clear chalcedony with that band. Number 24 is 29. All right, as I do the recap, I am going to talk about our schedule. So we are home. Yay! If you want more details on any of these, just ask for them by number, and I will show you a close-up and show you the price. I want to talk schedule. We leave on October 10th for 3 back-to-back shows. So we won't be home at all. However, we have 7 back-to-back shows. So after the 3rd show, we will be home for a couple days. Then after the 4th show, we will be home for a couple days. And then we will be back on the road for the remaining 3 shows. So it's going to be a little crazy. Read your invoices. They will tell you when to pay by if you want us to ship before we leave for each trip. Drilling orders may be delayed because we obviously won't have a lot of time to drill. Sorry. But order of shows. First, Lancaster, New Hampshire, not next weekend, the following weekend. Then all back to back. Bristol, Connecticut, where hopefully we will see Shelley. Shelley B, that is. Cranston, Rhode Island. Brewer, Maine, where we might see Leah. Ansonia, Connecticut, where we'll see Luna Cat and probably Kathy B, that is. Hauppauge or someplace in Long Island. We haven't actually signed the contract yet. Don't quote me on that.
Long Island.
Followed by Worcester, Massachusetts. And that will end our 2024 Gem and Mineral Show season. Worcester, Mass. That is the weekend before Thanksgiving.
I've never been to Long Island before.
Then craziness ensues, which starts on Black Friday because we do holiday sales. Number 100 is a doublet. This is abalone.
Probably for Leah.
If not, and if you're in the Bangor area for something, we can always meet up for dinner or something. Number 100 is 8. Why do I say it's a doublet? That is a resin backing to give it a flat back. That is your abalone on top. Abalone is on the fragile side, so this gives it strength and makes it flat-backed. Shelly B takes 100.
Shelly B.
101. 101, if you turn that way, looks like a kitty.
Meow. Or a tuna fish sandwich. Kitties like tuna fish sandwiches.
If only you saw the look Chris was getting. Number 101 is
Oh,
7.
it's a stingray. Never mind.
Okay. I don't see the stingray either. Or the tuna fish sandwich. Number 102. Either way you slice it, it is pretty.
They sliced up the abalone shell.
Number 102 is 7. Susie, out of curiosity, what state do you live in? We'll tell you if we come your way. Number 103. Susie takes number 102. 103 for 7.
I couldn't find any more of those, so I combined those two.
So Chris had to come Ohio. We don't get that far west. Number 104 is our one and only rainbow calsilica. And the reason it is the one and only is because I packed all the rest of them for the show. So Chris had nothing to replace with. We will go live while we're on the road, internet permitting. Rainbow calsilica from Mexico. Followed by something completely different. Not even that close.
Well, but see, there was one left of those, and there was 2 left.
Peruvian blue opal.
And you also took all that for the show, so couldn't refresh that one. That's why we have dragonflies.
Peruvian blue opal for 18.
See, there is madness to my method.
Although our Peruvian blue opal that we're starting with is more greeny blue than blue. This is more blue. 106 for 23.
If Peggy joins us, she's in Ohio.
And talking about live shows, we are live with new rock material on Thursday.
Ooh.
We should have new carvings. We should have new geodes, display agates. What else? 107. Then Saturday and Sunday, we have cabs again, and then we leave. Number 107 for 16.
It's pretty stone.
Headed to Miramar with night. This is number 108. And if you joined a little bit late, you missed my mea culpa. I forgot to do the text message reminders because, well, we hadn't done a live in a while and I was confused. Number 108 is 11. So we will make sure I get them set up for Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Number 109.
Shiny blue. Shiny blue.
And if you want a text message reminder, you do have to opt in. If you want the phone number to opt in, just let me know. I'll put it up on the screen. Number 110. I have it here.
Pass it over here.
Chris is going to type it as a comment. Number 110 for 15. And a new one from not shown last night. 111 for 12. Now we're going to head south in the U.S. Number 112, Kingman turquoise earring pairs. They are double-sided. They are pre-drilled. 111 for Susie.
111, the kyanite.
110 for Shelly B.
10 for Shelly.
109 for Pat.
109, the kyanite.
112 on the screen. Pre-drilled Kingman turquoise earring pairs. Silver included. If you want the silver removed, I can remove it. You can remove it yourself. Up to you. It is sterling silver, no ear wires, but 24 for the Kingman. This is the smallest set of Kingman. My next set is going to go up in price. This is number 113. These are very thin holes. Chris has made the holes a little bit wider for bells if he wanted to make them into pendants. So it is a possibility. He's done that for me because I've made quite a few of mine into pendants. 113. Interesting story. We got these in Tucson our last year as dealers in Tucson, which was not this year, but last year. From a Native American from New Mexico. His father and he are the ones who collect, cab, drill, do the silver, and we bought them from them. Number 114.
That's pretty sad. That's well, it's turquoise colored. The Stone of the Turks.
And my last one, number 115, is a single. It is $16. Another pretty one. Again, we can remove the silver. You can keep the silver. Up to you. If you want the hole made bigger, we can do that as well. Headed to Turkey.
Sarah K.H. is
Hey,
here.
Sarah.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Dendritic opal.
That gobble goes out to you, dear. We saw so many turkeys.
Dendritic opal. Number 116 for 13. And the rest of this row is new from last night. Number 117.
Wow.
For 8. 118, I'm going to start with the back because there's a little bit of a divot in the back. A little on the edge, but mostly a divot right there. 116 for Connie H. This is number 118. Nice big oval. 117 for Vicky K.
Hey,
15 for divot back.
Vicky K.
And hey, Vicky. Number 119. And 119 is 16.
Where am I going to put my Vicky K?
I will do a 118 for Pat.
118.
I will do a schedule update at the end of the 300 tray. My last row in this tray, number 120, Charoite from Russia.
Charo. Hi. Don't look at me like that.
120 is 21.
Just happy.
Here's your home.
Mm-hmm.
A long, narrow oval. Number 121. Susie takes number 120.
Susie takes 120. I'm happy when we're on the road, too. I'm just happy.
Number 121 is 29. And that is a big oval.
And richly colored.
Number 122, 26 for number. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, it was different color pattern, and it just jumped out at the.
I mean, that is so purple and almost solid. Hey, Teresa. 121 for Teresa. 122 for VJ. And the last Charoite and VJ beat Pat. The last Charoite, which looks like a wave, is number 123. Stormy seas, which we shouldn't talk about right now, and a big wave.
Oh, it does look like the big wave, that Japanese print.
Number 23 for 16.
That's so cool.
I have family in North Carolina, 123 for Vicky K. My stepmother will be out. Pat got beat on 123.
That's right, Connie.
My stepmother luckily did move from Hendersonville to Columbus North Carolina, and her house was fine, but she will be without power until they think the 8th, which is just crazy cakes. I mean, living in Maine and us having nor'easters, we understand that, but we have a hardwired generator. So when we're out of power, we still have power.
Even Vicky S. in Indiana was out of power 42 hours. She just
Really?
got it back, yeah. Her neighbor's tree came down on the power lines.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This was a storm that hopefully they will retire the name Helene. Kind of like Harvey.
Usually if there's lots of deaths, they retire.
And we survived Harvey when we lived in the Houston area, as well as Hurricane Ike, so we get it. But
Harvey was our last big storm for us. And then we left.
Yes. But then we had 5 nor'easters last year.
Yeah, the nor'easters.
All right. We have a non-drill row from Brazil. No. How much was 119?
119 was the big dendritic.
Oh, Susie, what part of Texas?
It was 16.
Showing for Shelley B. This is 119. And it is 16.
I went to high school in Bastrop, Texas, went to Texas A&M University, and then lived in Houston for my whole career.
Chris was a teacher, taught 27 of his 30 years at HISD. Hey, Libby, 119 goes to Shelley B.
What did Libby have to say?
North of Dallas and Austin. We still have family in the Austin area. Shelley B is taking 119. So Teresa, she did get it. Libby, is everything back to normal? I mean, between Beryl, the May storm, and the explosion, your area just is having issues. So I lived in Houston. That's where Chris and I met. But I'm a Northeasterner.
Teresa, if you need a big Turkish dendritic opal, just PM me and I'll show you some options.
This is number 200, and this is called Phantom Amethyst.
We just got them in, so they aren't picked over yet.
And the reason we don't like to drill them is because there's all these little internal fractures, and they tend to break. So we don't drill them whether Chris wants to or not. Shelley takes 200, and that's Shelley B.
Shelley B.
201. But they're so cool. And when the light hits them just right, you can see that sparkle.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Trapace amethyst. So these started off their life as a quartz crystal. Then they fractured, and the
for 201.
Fractures filled in with amethyst.
202. .202 is 18. And like Chris said, fractures. And when the fractures hit the light, sometimes they throw really cool rainbows. And that's insane.
Wow.
And once they showed where it was, I knew exactly where it was, having, driven that road quite often on my way to work. 21 for number 203.
That's a pretty stone.
That is a pretty stone. So clear, you can see that price tag. All right, Madagascar is up next.
Made by lemurs, but not out of lemurs.
Nor is it made by lemurs. Number 204, that is just crazy cakes.
But their little hands are so dexterous.
203 for Libby.
Libby.
13 for number 204.
203 for Libby.
205 for 24. Flip it this way to show it off this way. 204 for Susie. I'm enjoying playing with this one. I'll put it down. 206. Purple.
These are nice. Nice quality.
206 for 28.
Purple with a little spot of green.
And then this one will be 29, number 207. Flashy on the back and flashy on the front.
Just like me. I'll let you interpret that anyway.
207.
No choking.
Hold on, people. He's trying to kill me.
It's lemonade time. So the next row is azurite malachite, mostly malachite, earring sets.
Number 208.
They are cutie patooties.
And again, thick enough to be whatever you wanted, light enough that they are gorgeous earrings. And like Chris said, almost all malachite with bloops of azurite. Number 208 is 13. 209, this time the bloop is on 1 at the tip.
I like the word bloop.
209 for 12.
It's a good cat's name.
208 for Libby beating Teresa. Nice azurite on the edges on 210. For 14.
A
And
bloop would also be a good name for a fish.
fuzzies included for free. 210 for Vicky K. This time azurite at that end, or if I turn it the bottom end. 211 is 14. 211, Teresa beats Connie H. All right, headed to Brazil for 212. Appetite.
I'm hungry.
I don't know. Our dinner was very plentiful. I
I'm
made
not really
homemade
hungry.
pizza. 212 for 17. Appetite.
Spicy chicken sausage, and that was mine. It was yummy.
And I had this, they weren't actually spicy, technically. They were 212 for Teresa. This is 213. It was a spinach and feta chicken sausage pizza. We both had goat cheese. We both had mozzarella, but then I added ricotta to mine. 213 for 11. He got more goat cheese than I did.
It's good.
There is a divot on the back of 214. I will show it. Ooh. John was doing that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a toxic cloud in your house? Because John did in his house. Oh, killing me, Lippy. Killing me. There is that divot on the back. 214 is 16. That's one of the biggest things we miss from Texas is HEB. That and Whataburger. 214 for Susie. It was eye-watering. Yeah, John said he had a toxic cloud that was making him cough yesterday. But we saw the picture, and it was just peppers, it looked like.
Yeah.
There was jalapenos, there were serranos. God only knows what else was in there.
We've made the mistake
215.
of making hot sauce, but throwing the pepper caps down the garbage disposal. And
Yeah,
making a
don't do that.
toxic cloud that way.
215, VJ beats Teresa.
Mhm.
This is the greatest name. Maluka.
The Palooka from Maluka.
Did spell check?
It has. I got 10-second delay.
Oh.
Greatest name. Yeah. No.
Maluka
It did the second time.
Maluka agate from Indonesia.
Lots of eyeballs.
Very bloopy. Number 216. And there is the spelling for 14. Number 217. Eyeballs. Eyeballs. Number 217 for 14.
One piece of this natural that we'll offer on Thursday.
Did you show it to me?
Yeah. Jalapenos, srirachas, lemon drop, and dream catcher garlic. That sounds good. That's a cute little mini Where's Barbara Alice? And it's like a mother and child piece.
Yeah, that's true. 217 for Libby. 218 is 9. Yeah, before we leave for this next round of shows, I'm going to make some homemade salsa to take it on the road with us. So I will have my own toxic cloud. 219, our last Maluka for 15.
It's a very pretty stone. The kind you do take home to mother.
Something's going to fly into your screen. This is number 220.
If you join, you can see these because I added them today. The suspension is killing me.
Suspension? Yes, we have dragonflies.
Pat takes 219.
Fossil coral dragonflies. Pat gets 219. And these are big. 220.
Really nicely made.
216. The only Maluka left goes to Sarah KH.
No, that's the little one still there.
Oh, sorry. 218 is still there. 27 for the dragonflies. This is number 220.
The choice of material that this carver picked is just crazy cakes.
221.
They look like lace wings with their little coral polyps.
27. Chris, why don't you give us a size?
Teresa.
218 for Teresa. 222. And they're all hand done, so the size is going to vary, but roughly.
About 2.5 inches wingtip to wingtip.
This is 222.
And 2 inches eyes to tail.
And the last one, and they're all the same material, 223. We only got them in fossil coral. 223 for 27. It helps if they're all facing the same direction for when I do the recap. All right.
They will eat all your stone
Gnats.
mosquitoes. Yeah.
The labs aren't going to show great based on the way I have the ring light, but if you want to see them more in their glory, let me know. Azurite malachite earring pair, apatite, and then the 4 dragonflies remain. And that is in order 220, 221, 222, and 223. 300 tray. Then we'll do schedule announcements, and then we'll do Tusky and the rules for the 400 tray.
I'm over here waiting.
We do not have anything extra tonight. We have a lot of invoicing to do. Number takes us to Molly for the first 3 stones. Prenites.
Pretty Prenite.
Was there a kyanite in the 100 tray?
I think there's one left.
Yes, I think there is one left, Teresa. This is number 300. Prenite Molly. I'll show it to you in 1 second. 301 for 12. and 302. I did pack all of the prehnite for our shows, so we're going to have a prehnite next, but it's Australian prehnite, number 303. 301 for Shelley B. Very different color pattern in the Australian prehnite, much 303. Teresa, I don't know the number, so I'm just going to call it Teresa. 300 for Libby. This one is called Teresa, and it is 11. Hit me with your UV. I'm not going to UV every one of these stones. 303 for Susie. These are a ruby in matrix, recently on the cab group, correct?
Yes.
And hitting it with the UV light, can see that crazy rubiness.
I got Teresa's stone.
Teresa, we got Teresa for you. Now in ruby in matrix, number 304 for 10. If you want me to UV the other one of the others, just tell me the number and say UV, and I will UV it for you. Hey, Janet Condry, 305 for 6. If you're into littles. Another little, 306.
305 is like pigeon blood color.
306 for 6. And a slight down, 307, 304 for Pat.
That gets a ruby.
307 for 9. 306 for Shelley. B.
Shelley gets a ruby.
All right. Headed down under to Australia with Mookite earring pairs.
Mookite.
I would call this sunset Mookite because that's what it reminds me of, a sunset. 308 for 10.
Pretty.
Again, nice thickness for whatever, nice light for earrings. 308. 309 is a little bit thicker. I'd go this way. Much more yellow. 307 for Teresa. This is 309 on the screen.
I need you to show her that.
Hold on.
Spot.
9
I didn't notice
for 309. Oh, I didn't notice that either. There is a little bit of a rough spot in the where the ruby kind of meets the matrix. So Teresa, are you okay with that?
Otherwise, I'll find you a better one.
Or Chris will find you another one. 309 for Pat. 309 went to Pat. Vicky, you got beat. 310 ice cream cone. Chocolate dipped cone with banana ice cream.
She's okay with it.
All right. 310 for 9. And 311.
Gonna give her a better price on it.
Chris is apparently knocking a couple dollars off of that, Teresa, for you. 311, kind of more of that sunset tones. 311 for 10. And our last 3 rows in this tray take us to Indonesia with 2 rows of petrified wood. First row, number 12. This is a pet wood with druzy. So there is a druzy pocket right there. That is not smooth to the touch. You can probably tell there's a divot in the stone, or as we call it, a vug. V as in Victor, U-G. $10 for number 312.
They're calling this crystal petrified wood because of all those little gray, beautiful, quartzy Squiggles.
Couple small vugs in 313. When you put that one back, can you fix the number? 313. This is actually mostly flat on both sides. 313. 314. The Hershey's Kiss shape, that's what we like to call this one. This one is smooth on the front and smooth on the back. A little bit of a vug right there, but for the most part, smooth. 314 is 14.
Black and silver and brown goes with everything.
And vug right there, vug right there. This is 315. Those look like bugs, but they are smooth. 315 is 14 and not vuggy on the back at all. Then another petrified wood, number 316. This is petrified wood with blue chalcedony bloops.
Blue bloops.
316 for 12. 317. I'd do it that way.
Blue agate in petrified wood. Amazing stuff.
317 for 10. 316 for Teresa.
Great choice.
318 for 12. The backside has the brown. Yes, I will show that in 1 second. Let me do the last one in this row. 319 and 319 is 12. Showing 313 for Susie. So Susie, this is 313. 318 for Libby.
18 and the bloops, the blue bloops.
If you like that shape, I'm also going to show 315 so you can have a comparison. All right, Susie's going to take 313. This is 315 on the screen. Can I see 312? Showing 312 for Pat.
Pretty stuff.
312 for 10. And Pat, same thing. If you like the shape, 15 is the other option for 14. The Hershey's Kiss is number 314. These is that crazy plume agate that we've had as cabs, earring pairs, and now as moons. Super translucent, plumy, and there's a skull on it. Pat takes 312. Chris, what's the official name of these?
Scenic purple plume
Agate.
agate.
320 for 14. 321. I'm not going to backlight each one. 321 for 14. 322 for 14. And my personal favorite, because of that band that goes right through the middle. Okay. 323. Do it like this. It's a cat head.
Oh, it is a cat head.
320 for Susie. All right. As I do the recap of the 300 tray, I'm going to talk schedule. So we are home until the 10th. The 10th, we leave for 3 back-to-back shows. We will not be shipping while we're traveling. Please read your invoice to know when you need to pay by, so we ship before we leave.
Or hold your invoice open.
Well, but fortunately or unfortunately, we were only home for like 3 days in between those 3 shows and our next show. So pay by the 6th, it will ship. Then leave the invoice open and we'll pay when it will ship when we get back. 3/21, 22, and 23. Can you move him?
Teresa would like to see.
Yes, I know. All right, showing 305 for Teresa. It's a little. And it is 6. We do have 7 back-to-back shows, but we will be home a few days in between show 3 and 4 and show 4 and 5. And then we get home the week of Thanksgiving.
I like Thanksgiving.
And I see 302.
I could stick a whole pumpkin in my mouth.
Susie, wait till you meet Tusky.
Oh, do we have somebody new?
We do, Tusky. 302 showing for VJ.
I like new people.
305 goes to Teresa. Say hi to Susie.
Hello, Susie. I'm Tusky, the geology mammoth, and I'm here to explain about the 400 tray.
And while he does that, I am going to do the important thing. I asked on 302, so 302 is available.
So the 400 tray is our value tray. All the stones are value priced. Today's price is $6, so everything in the 400 tray will be $6. 6666666. There are a couple of rules. You can only have 1 per row unless there's leftovers at the end of the row, and then you can have more. And if you putsie backsies, you have to wait till the end of the row. So value stones in the 400 tray, everything today is $6 and 1 per row unless there's leftovers. And take it away, Teresa. I am your host, Tusky Tuscadoro.
You're the mascot. You're the sidekick. You're...
I am in charge.
Stuffed. And if you want to see Chris, that is Chris. You never get to see me. Why do you never get to see me? I guess I'll tell Susie. Because, dang.
I'm a back life ugh.
Connie, translate. The reason you never get to see me is because I don't get dressed up. It is still September. It is Alopecia Awareness Month. Unless I'm wearing hair, you will never see me on camera. All right, the first row, the 400 row. I'm looking. They're from all different countries. All right, earring pair row. We prefer not to drill the rose cut or faceted cut earring pairs. This is Tiger Eye and $6 for number 400. A more short pair, or easier to show the chatoyance, number 401. Okay. Now we understand.
We hope he's doing better.
402. And a ringer, because he couldn't find any more Tiger Eye. Sodalite?
Yes.
Sodalite.
Might be lapis, but probably sodalite.
403. Hold on. Going under the table.
It was a onesie.
Sodalite.
Sodalite.
403. Trying to turn off the
403
UV
goes
light.
to-
VJ takes 403, beating Teresa. So in that row, the Tiger Eye are still available. 400, 401, and 402. Now to Indonesia, BP is still off. 404, Zebra Jas Baggett. Number 404. You have to hit dismiss, not snooze. 404.
Zebra. Wonder why they call it zebra. It's a stumper.
405. This one actually has a little blue in it. 405. 406. This should really be called Jackson Pollock.
Someone spilled the paint can in the rain.
And Dr. Deb isn't here, so if you want a round, 407. 404 for Pat.
Pat grabs 404 with his key 404.
That is 407. 406 for VJ.
Is the interesting shape. I like it a lot.
Beating Susie. All right, 405 and 407 remain if Pat or VJ want a second or somebody first. We have another non-drillable row, and you'll understand why in a moment.
They're babies. They're little babies.
Rye, New Hampshire. Oh, that's right. You have a wedding, don't you? How is Rye, New Hampshire?
Oh, I bet it's pretty.
All right, 408, 405 for Pat. And Janet, if you want us to go over anything, we're happy to. 408, little moonstone earring pairs.
Yes, of course she does. Or yes, it's beautiful.
Or yes, she was at the wedding. 408, the leaves haven't changed yet. Yeah, it's a late fall. And it's been dry, so it might not ever be fall. Janet gets here and buys her first stone. 409. And they're $6 tonight, Janet. 409.
409 is a nice cleaner.
And not drillable. 409 for Teresa. 410. And Teresa beat Susie and Vicky. And 411. Almost slipped out of my hands. 410 for Vicky.
Vicky K. Where did I put you? Vicky K. There you are.
411 for Susie.
All gone.
Going back to Indonesia, and Susie beat Libby. 412, fingerprint Jasper. And these are all on the thicker side. I'm going to take the price tag off. And all double-sided. Because they're $6. We don't need no stinking price tag on that. 412. 413 was actually a $12 stone. 413. Also double-sided. I can't get the price tag off. $413 for Pat. There we go. $414. Has some sticky from the price tag. $412 for Susie. This is $414 for 6.
It's a big old fingerprint on that.
And Chris took the price tag off of the next one. $15. That's a big swirly fingerprint on 415. The ring bearer was a dog. 415 for Teresa. And not Pablo. Pablo didn't rate. Pablo wasn't the ring bearer. And where is Pablo?
Pablo would have been off chasing a squirrel or a porcupine or something. Barking at a bear. I bet there's some bears in New Hampshire he has not barked at.
All right, so Pat, Susie, and Teresa, 414 is still available. This is Crazy Cakes. $6 Indonesian ammonites. Look at that little section of ammonite with all of its crystal. Number 416. He was not invited.
414 for Pat.
He would have been at the pig spit. 414 for Pat. Did they have a pig roast?
Barking at the pig as it went around.
Barking at the pig or trying to eat the pig? 415 was already claimed, Connie. 416 goes, oh, was it a mistype?
It was a mistype.
What do we do?
We give it to Connie.
All right, Connie gets 416 because she mistyped. So 417 goes to Susie. 418. They roasted a number of pigs and it was on their front lawn. Yeah, probably a good thing not to have brought Pablo. 418. And 419. How was the weather?
I bet it was gorgeous.
Because today was overcast here and cool. We were in the mid 60s. I think we might have made it up to 65. 419. And Connie and Susie, or in case anybody wants, oh, that's good. It was sunny. 418 and 419 are available.
Enough for seconds.
We are going to end on another rose cut or facet cut earring pair. These are Aventurine. This is number 420. Janet E takes 418. 420.
Super green Aventurine.
421. Susie takes 420. 421. 422. And 423. I don't know why I should. 422 for Connie H, beating VJ because I think her 3 was supposed to be a 4. And 423. Susie, it's 1 per row until we get to the end. So Janet E gets 423.
Drill, top drill. So does she want her set drilled by the points or the?
So we drill these. There is a possibility that they will break because they're facet cut, and we would need to drill them point down
to ensure not breakage.
To try to not break them. So Susie, let us know if you want them drilled this way or if you want to pass on them. We can't drill them that way. And okay, don't drill.
I can try to find another rectangle pair if she wants.
And 421 is still available in case somebody wants a second. All right. We can figure it out. Once we understood, we could figure it out. All right. What's left in the 400 tray? 400, 401, 402. Susie takes 421. 407, and 419. And that's it, because Susie took the last earring pair.
Susie took the last one.
So Janet E, we'll give you a quick look at the 300 tray. Susie's also going to take 400. So Janet E, we had one Prenite left. 419 for Teresa.
419.
We had 3 pairs of Mookite earrings left. Really showing for Janet E, but if somebody wants to see some petrified woods. This is a new pet wood. Chris, watch, because my drink's there. Another new pet wood, 319.
Tusky, you're in the way. I'm always in the way. I'm a giant.
Then purple scenic plume agate moons, 421, 422, and 423. 200. Phantom amethyst, 201 and 202. Multicolored labradorite, which I'm trying to get for 205 something, but I can't. Trust me, it's pretty. 206 and 207. Azurite malachite. See if I can adjust this light a little bit more. Apatite. Brand new dragonflies. I'll grab 206 and show it to you. The dragonflies are 220, 221, 222, and 223. Grab 206 and 207 so I can show them to her.
206.
The dragonflies are fossil coral.
207. 206.
206, Janet. Hold on, I moved the ring light. Now I have to move it back. There we go. 206 for 28. 207 for 29. Let us know if you want them. $100 tray. We have 2 abalones left. 1 rainbow cal silica. She'll take both. 3 Peruvian blue opals. Trying to Kingman turquoise earring pairs pre-drilled. Except the last one is a single. And that's all in the 100 tray. Good night, Pat. And then in the pre-sale tray.
Good night. Stay warm. Going to be a cool night.
A new moss agate, which has a 105 and 106. Can you pull them?
Mm-hmm.
A more goldy background and a light green, although number 3 has a darker green. And number 6. And then I'll hold off on the earrings. Let me show the Peruvian blue. I don't know which one was which, so we're going to call this one
105.
105, which is a bluey green. 18 and 106 for 23. Showing number 3 for VJ, the darker green. For 14. Showing number 4 for Janet E. All right, she'll take both Peruvian blues. Number 4 for Janet E for 12. And number 6, Janet takes 4. And number 6 for VJ. Gem Silica Pseudomorph earring pairs. They are $29 to $34. 7, 8. VJ takes number 3, 9, Trying to get a better picture of 10, 11, and 12. And these are not showing up well, so I'm going to pick up a couple of them because these are amaze balls. I'm not going to do all of them. That is number 8, 29. Chris's favorite, number 11 for 29. And my favorite, number 12 for 34. If you want to see the other ones, Janet, I'm happy to show them, but a new mossy, tubey, carnelian-y agate, 16, 11 for Janet E, and a slightly different version of 18. And then 3 C's, copper and chrysocolla with chalcedony, 1920, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And I'm willing to pick them up as well. 11 for Janet E. And I know, Janet, you like these, so I'll pick up a couple of them. 19 for 24. 22 for 24. And 24. Copper on the edges, chrysocolla on the edges for 29. And if you want to see the other ones, I'm happy to show them as well. And that is what we had tonight.
That was a good show. I like those rocks.
Do you like those rocks, Tusky?
I do.
19 for Janet E. Help.
Are you stuck in your sweater?
Other people,
She's stuck
can't
in your
get my
sweater.
sweater off. Oh,
Thank you, VJ, for spending your Sunday night with us.
and Teresa, 22 is yours for 24. All right. For the 8 of you still here, if you want to see anything else, let us know. If not, we are live again on Thursday with Rocks,
Cool rocks.
Saturday with Cabs, and Sunday with Susie. Nice to sort of meet you.
Good night, Conich. I will be drilling your stones personally with my trunk. Don't
Connie,
look at me like that.
I'm not going to let Tusky drill your stones.
I am proficient in power tools. Proficient in many, many things. Good night, Libby.
Good night, everybody. It's time to put Tusky in a box.
I like boxes.
Have a safe ride home. And Janet, was everything okay with your house in South Carolina?
Oh, South Carolina was okay.
South Carolina was better than North Carolina, but South Carolina had some issues too. Remember, they had more people with no power than
That's
Florida
right,
did.
Good night, everybody. Say good night, Teresa.
Don't tell me what to do, Tusky. I'm hoping Janet E will answer me, but she might have.
Oh,
Good. I'm glad you're up in a hill. All right. Good night, everybody. We will see you on Thursday on Facebook with Rocks, or Saturday on Instagram with Cabs, or Sunday on Facebook with Cabs. Have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
bye.